You mean besides providing a pleasant face for customers to interact with? It's all in the name. We distribute. Never a dull moment. Always something. I know some people don't believe it, but we really do the best we can. You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
It's a privilege to be working at the distribution center. It's not really my area. You'll want to talk to Miss... Take it easy.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now. Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack, and enough flight traffic as it is.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's corporate headquarters.
Infinity is huge.
You'll need to contact someone directly.
Huge. They need people like you. Even with your brains.
You gotta start somewhere.
As you can see, traffic is good. The sales keep climbing.
Hi there. Hello and welcome to Terra.
Location?
Certainly. Please take your...
Yes, and the sales...
Corporate policy requires me to state that everything Terra Brew offers is my favorite.
Times change, but one thing's constant. People need coffee.
I need to report back, but this is very encouraging.
Excuse me. If you want a coffee, see the barista.
You can tell they put a lot of care into their franchises.
So much to see, so much to learn. Can I help you with something? Me? Why, to be frank, I don't do much. Not anymore, at least. And that suits me just fine. Yes. I now live to collect artifacts from Earth. You see, every artifact tells a story. Even spoons and forks, which most take for granted. People laugh at me when they see I collect old Earth spoons. But think about it, friend. Spoons change the course of history. Can you imagine life without them? The usual things, I suppose. I'm only joking, of course. I've actually been fortunate to call New Atlantis home for many. For a collector, like myself, I've been charmed to make the acquaintance of many fellow old Earth enthusiasts here in New Atlantis. And that is why I continue to stay.
Another day, another credit. Oh, thank you so much. Soon I'll be coursing with bountiful energy. I'll be the most enthusiastic janitor in New Atlantis. Here, take this. I found it while I was cleaning. I figured you might find a use for it. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. Not too bad. Found a box of pens the other day. You'd be amazed at what people leave lying around. Sometimes I wonder if me and my boyfriend spend too much money on Terra Brew. But somebody's got to drink it, right? Tony and I want to see what else is out there. I love my job, but there has to be more to life. What about you? Have you gone? Whoa. I have no idea what that means, but I'll keep my eyes peeled for any... Tony and I want to... What about you? What? You killed a what? Don't get me wrong, that's cool. Well, that depends. You should check out the commercial district. There's some cool shops there. And if you want a whole new look, there's even an enhanced. Take care of yourself. I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave. See you around.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get... I think you need to get rid of some of that gear. Liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but...
Security scanners, chemical samples. United Colonies sure some taking their chances.
Hey. Kind of breaking my concentration. You should see some of the ships we get down
Hey,
there.
what can I do for you?
Their owners for decorating their
Anything I can help you with?
Leech nests would be
Sure thing. Looks to me like you've already I'm sure you can find something.
I have something for you when you have a moment. Here, I have something for you. You're welcome. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know. I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. It's been a while. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
fairground.
To the moon, shall we? Talk to you later. enjoy exploring and stuff. On deck.
There it is. Nova Galactic Star Yard. Still orbiting. This is where the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their star yard hasn't been running in forever. It's all ancient history now, but the Earth lost its atmosphere. It started sputtering out into space. Humanity had about 50 years to evacuate the planet. That's kind of how the United Colonies government started, managing the exodus. Earth is more or less a dust ball now. You can occasionally find a few remnants of the world we left behind on the surface, but not much. Well, if you want to take a little detour, I admit I wouldn't say no. Just remember, we need to find Vanguard Moara and that artifact when we're done.
Steps in, and we're already looking at a corpse. Okay, it's not Vanguard Moara. Looks like spacers were scavenging around here and someone else came in and said hello. Oh, this won't be your last encounter with a spacer crew. They pillage abandoned facilities and shoot anyone who gets in their way. They're even less organized than the Crimson Fleet. Just countless desperate groups scavenging and killing to survive. They've got any weapons or ammo.
reason to put that to good use.
to be back on board.
There must be something they don't want us to find.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
Look at all of this. UC SysDef certainly isn't taking the Crimson Fleet threat lightly.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander? Understood? If you'd follow me, please. Oh, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau Ceti. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn, that must have been one hell of a firefight. I almost regret missing out on all the fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Howdy. Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Hey. Maintenance crews are the unsung heroes of the Vigilance. Ensign Betty does a ton of work keeping things shipshape.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC SysDef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer. It appears he certainly picked the right person for the job. So, now that you're part of the team, allow me to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDef's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. That's strange. According to your file, you've encountered them before. On Vectera specifically. They were the pirates that attacked your mining outpost? Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for it. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bode. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. Aurora is a Class A controlled substance that's illegal to transport outside of Neon, a city on Volai. Get caught with this stuff aboard a ship, and you're looking at some serious fines. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and... I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing. Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. As you were.
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulder. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, that minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Yes, of course. I'm sorry if I brought up any painful memories. Oh, one last thing. A bit of good news, actually. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. That's what I told Commander Akande, but he insisted. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Pardon.
Hello? Yes? What?
Carrying enough clutter there, or should we find some more?
We still need to find any sign.
I'd be happy to carry a few things for you. Bye-bye.
Mole. I don't know about you. That isn't it. We've got plenty of green pilots picked right from the Academy. But yours happened to come from a different farm. Vanguard. But if Commander Ikande says you're Sistef, then you are one of us. For now. You guessed it. In fact, I'd say you've got what linguistic experts call FOGO, a firm grasp of the obvious. But I'm not just any pilot. I'm the best, and I've got the kills to prove it. You got some set of manners, kid. The fleet are gonna eat you up. I cut my teeth on space trucks, believe it or not. Before I got my stripes, I was just another cargo hauler trying to earn an honest wage. But after a couple slick escapes, I got recruited to the Academy and went from dodging pirates to hunting them. Thing is, some of my best tricks were with a big rig. Ever try a pitchback with a Hope Tech truck with 2 fleet wraiths on your tail? Compared to that, doing it with a military fighter is a piece of cake. Long story. I got my start in the Academy and made a name for myself hunting the Crimson Fleet. I eventually got recruited to do test flights on a star station orbiting Lloyd's Rock. Me and 3 other Archangel pilots did some work on some extremely dangerous prototypes. But I called in a few favors and got back home with Sistef. Someone with my talents needs to be here, where the action is. Later, Gator.
Excuse me. I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day. The man takes his job very seriously.
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum. Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, as a personal rule, I simply ask that you... That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of... Normally, I'd say trying isn't good enough, but your Commander Ikande is Mole. In that case, I'm not going to ask you to blow your cover just for me. I understand being a slob is part... The cells you see here are for capture. If you apprehend any pirates during the course of your missions, that's a loaded question. But with the Crimson Fleet, you have to be very careful. That's the idea. We will always err on the side of security, given the choice. But I'll be the first to admit it's not an As chief officer of this brig, my worst fear is that we'll someday repeat them. You're dismissed.
Hey. My family's all in the UC Navy, but being SysDef, I got bragging rights.
If you have any questions, now's the time to ask. Dismissed.
Right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
You look hurt. You might want to head on over to Reliant. Do your part to keep Sidonia graffiti free.
Mars isn't for everybody.
I wish my mom weren't so sad all the time. Hey, who are you? Nice to meet you. I'm Taye. I live here in the condos. Sorry, I don't usually talk to strangers, and I don't know. I guess I'm... Nah, there's no school in Sidonia. My mom says it's because everything's so packed together, there's no room for it. But also, there's almost no kids here either, so it doesn't make sense to have one. Instead, we learn remotely. It's cool, I guess, but it'd be cooler if I got to hang out with more kids my age. Like, my friend Renee is fun to hang out with and all, but I think she probably feels the same way. Having a real school would be nice. Yeah, I'm just worried about my mom. She gets sad all the time, and I just want to help. She's been that way since my dad died. Only, she doesn't like me talking about it to other people, so I probably shouldn't. But you know what? Maybe you should talk to her? Maybe talking to her'd help? I don't know. It's worth a shot, though. I don't know. I guess we just make up some games? Usually I just hang out and talk with Renee, since she's close to how old I am. Sometimes we go to the community center, and they have stuff to do there. Like crafts, movies, music, and other activities. But... except not when the adults are having a meeting. Renee calls them sad meetings because everyone seems so sad in them. I asked my mom what they were, but she says it was something to do with drinking. And like, I've never gotten sad after drinking water, so I don't know what's going on. See you around.
Deimos Staryard acknowledges the efforts of its citizens to make our city a happy and productive place to work. Thank you for your daily contributions to our prosperity.
As soon
as my boy Tae is old enough to work, we're out of here. Ugh. Don't tell me my son Tae invited another stranger to come talk to me again, did he? That boy means well, but he's gonna drive me crazy someday. Gotta hand it to him. He's got his ways of looking out for me. My son means well, and I know he's just trying to look out for me. My husband, his father, isn't with us anymore. It's been hard ever since. He is. I'm doing my best. Thanks for stopping by to chat. Ugh. Don't tell me. That boy means well. Gotta hand it to... My son means well. My husband. Keith died in a mining accident a few years ago. It wrecked me. Here I was, stuck on Mars, suddenly alone with a young child. I still haven't really... Oh my. Are you sure? That's... My gosh, it's so generous. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to put it away into savings for Tae. Maybe we can afford a better education for him, or get off this planet someday. Then he won't have to work in the mines like his daddy. Thank you so much. If I can ever find a way to repay you, I will.
How incredibly kind. I'm continuing to learn things about you. Good things.
You're truly lucky to have a friend who shows such generosity to a total stranger. I'll never forget this.
Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure this article and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremor. Detonation occurs in 5.
Oh, well...
3, 2, 1.
Now? Nothing. I haven't worked in almost 10 years. I had originally been offered a job here at the local Galblanc branch as its manager. But not a week before I was due to start, they announced that the Cydonia branch was to be fully automated and it was never meant to be permanent anyway. But then when Keith died, I needed to take care of Tae full time. Tae is good. He obviously misses his daddy, and he's bright enough to understand the situation we're in. He's a good boy. I don't know what I'd do without him. I just hope he doesn't have to get a job in the mines. I couldn't stand the thought of losing 2 of my guys to that life. I know he does. I just wish I could do more for him. Thanks for the chat.
It is now safe to resume normal activity. Please keep prolonged showers and other water use to a minimum. Do your part to preserve our precious...
It's been years since the Styard accident took Keith from us.
Hey, I haven't seen you around here. Best not be looking for trouble, right? I've seen some karate videos. You did? Wow, that's pretty cool of you. I'm sure she really appreciates that. I know I do. I didn't know people just did that sort of thing. When I grow up, I'm gonna try and find someone else who needs help like that. And give them money, like you did. I guess some adults are cooler than I thought. Later then.
Do you want to hear the song I just made up? I'm a bunny, you're a bunny, he's a bunny, ha! I'm still working. Hi, I'm Renee, and I'm so bored. My mom and dad say not to talk to people I don't know, so I thought maybe I could talk to you, and then I know you, and I won't be so bored. See? Now we're friends! And my parents can't say I'm not allowed to talk to you! Anyway, what do you want to talk about? I like to play with Taye sometimes. We come up with lots of games to play. Sometimes we listen to music or watch shows. But when he's not around, I like to draw. Sometimes I draw things and give them to people since they're so mopey all the time. It makes them smile. Actually, want to help me? I just drew these great pictures of Space Frog, but I can't go out right now. You will? Thank you, thank you, thank you! People are gonna be so happy. Here's a bunch of copies of the Space Frog drawing I made. You can post them in places where you think people will see them.
These are supposed to be luxurious condominiums? If you ask me, I find them to be rather underwhelming.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health. And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion can also harm your company's bottom line.
How's it?
A long day.
Astounding 10th year without a single reported accident. Business has never been better. From your smile to your
Welcome to the Cydonia Trade Authority. Yo! This dude came in once trying to sell this whack-looking fish or something. It was still alive. He had it in this big plastic bag full of water and everything. I was trying to tell him I didn't know if we took in things like that, but then my boss came over and told me we absolutely did. Man, what a pain in the ass that was. Even we... Cool. Let's... See you around.
Prepare for today's final subterranean particle detonation.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octa.
Or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation occurs.
Wouldn't be the first time. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before you see... Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity for the remainder of the day. Detonation to resume.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Cydonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Right down to business! And no small talk. I like it.
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal here, you're going to do whatever the hell I want. You got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
something I can help you with? Adler Kemp. Who the heck is that? Adler, you said? Nope. I think you have me mixed up with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Hmm? Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Hmm? Sound good? Yeah? Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
I'm a miner for Deimos. It's not what I was hoping for out of life. But here I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. It pays me a salary. But I depend on the profit-sharing bonuses to keep food on the table for my family. Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Ever been to Aquila? Those security uniforms are way cooler than anything we've got.
Something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message? Nice. Nice! You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates? I'm interested? Come on. You're not shopping for real estate here. I'm offering you a crack at some real money. So can you handle it? That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place. I don't have any other work right now, so piss off! Word of advice. Don't get on Neva's bad side, or she'll make you regret it.
Howdy.
Another long day.
We get a lot of new faces passing through here.
Do you have room for one more? Particle beam weapon is my specialty. If you have one aboard your ship, I can use it to reduce your enemies to atoms.
Deimos Star Yards may be the first major ship manufacturer, but that doesn't mean we haven't.
The Lux condos aren't anything special. Plenty of people.
Before we leave?
You're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grav drive. So, before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Rygana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
So that's the notorious Neva Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
I do not understand. Oh God, I do not know.
Keep in mind, we're not threatening to board you. We're asking. The distinction is rather important.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece. That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Thank you for letting us go.
Be careful around the fleet. They talk about family, but it's just a bunch of crap.
We will make sure Rake's name is taken off the manifest. And I hope you do not take this the wrong way, but I hope our paths never cross again.
This unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful for these supplies. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it.
So you're the fleet's new dog, huh?
Thank you for letting us go.
If you ever get to the key, you better sleep with one eye open and two pistols loaded.
I thought, this unpleasantness aside, the people of New Homestead will be grateful
Thank
for
you
these supplies.
for letting us go.
Should I warm up the engines?
Thanks for the help with the Ecliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go... Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear? Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
A vessel like this certainly brings back memories.
I had a friend on the Ragana. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Another day, another shift.
I got mess hall duty next week. Everybody's gotta take their turn.
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day.
We got the message from the Ragana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. That's a smart line to follow. Part of this role you're playing means having to make hard choices. Just remember not to lose yourself in the part.
I'll do my part to make certain that doesn't happen, Commander.
Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Ragana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. They are mercenaries for hire. If they are paid enough money, Ecliptic would attack the Vigilance. It wasn't terribly difficult to convince them to attack an isolated Crimson Fleet ship. Just expensive. But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet? Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda? Excellent. If you're heading to the Key, I assume you'll be meeting Delgado soon.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the Key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed. This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step. We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it. Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step.
We should team up for the next
We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it.
I work best alone.
Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet. This is just the beginning, but but it's an important first step. We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it.
The Regana made it to port with 0 casualties. Nicely done.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet. This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step. We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it. Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet. This is just the beginning, but it's an important first step. We've been trying for years to get someone on the inside, and now we have it. Be careful. Don't underestimate the Crimson Fleet.
Yes?